One question we often get is when people are looking at Maximo, and especially in an upgrade cycle, there's a tendency to say, well, what are other people doing? I'm sure other people are doing so much more. The truth of the matter is, most of the companies out there are not leveraging the capability of the tools they have in hand. There's a lot of reasons for that. It's very difficult to overcome cultural barriers and boundaries. And the truth of the matter is what we've seen in the last few years post-pandemic is a significant shift in the age of the workers. So we've seen a significant shift in the willingness to adopt technology like mobile, and also a significant shift in the absolute top-down drive to become more efficient. When we put all those things together, people get more serious about leveraging the technology, even all the way down to the boots on the ground technician level. And so that is making a difference. But one thing, ironically, that we still see as commonplace is, while you go into the world of a CMMS thinking that people are managing their assets, their facilities, these production assets with them, I would say, true to the CMMS moniker, computerized maintenance management system, more often than not, what we see is a focus on managing the maintenance, and predominantly the preventive maintenance schedule. It's unfortunate because there's a huge investment in these platforms, and the organizations, the enterprises that are doing this are leaving money on the table, so to speak. They've paid for all this capacity. It's like buying a school bus and then driving it around with only you in the driver's seat and nobody else in the bus, right? Why am I driving this bus around? Why am I spending all this money on this whole bus if I'm not going to use the thing? And the move to actually managing assets, it can be daunting. It's real. There's complexity in getting out there and identifying your assets. There's complexity in documenting what the maintenance plans for each asset should be. There's complexity in identifying the spare parts and associating with them with those assets so you can get control of your storeroom. But what I can also tell you is that there are a lot of practices, especially coming out of reliability-oriented practices, of how to get these things done without it being a big bang and a huge lift. And I'll give you an example. One general industry statistic is that if you take one technician and you have them each and every day update one new job plan and PM each day. So one that they're already doing, but focus on one they haven't done before, document it very clearly, all the steps, how long did it take, what parts did I use. At the end of 12 months, you're more than likely gonna have 80% of your job plans and PMs updated to be accurate. It's mind-boggling, but that tells you how much work we do on repeat, right? And so if we look at that, and then over a period of 5 years, you're at 100%. Everything that is a planned job has been updated and documented over a 5-year period. When we take steps like that, and when we implement simple receiving procedures and then checkout procedures on our inventory, that's kind of working the ends against the middle. You eventually figure out how much inventory you have in stock. It's a byproduct of the situation. We implement approaches like this, and what that does is help organizations who are having a tough time finding the man hours, finding the staff, finding the budget for consultants to come in and do it in small digestible chunks, small steps, baby steps, if you will, so that they can take their enterprise from a very reactive maintenance only position to a very forward thinking in planned maintenance organization with good inventory controls in place. Does it happen overnight? No, but as I just cited, you can be 80% the way there in 12 months just by implementing some basic practices that have a small incremental time allocation on each transaction versus trying to big bang things. So there are a lot of opportunities out there. There are a lot of different ways to tackle the problems. It doesn't always have to be big budgets and big culture changes all at once. Love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Love to talk to you about it. Like, subscribe, get ready with Banetti.